all of y'all be thirsting for that FuXi action.
Well, I've got the supply.
That is the absolute worst thing you could have done to follow up that. Okay, yeah, here's the FuXi deck. Go ahead, Dayman.
Okay, so it's this dude.
They're not even gonna say anything about what he does.
Well, he does dragons. It's dragons.
Ew.
It's the Drgns.
This isn't Shrek, okay?
He's a dude. Flips for 5. You get a Drgon when he enters. 4 costs or less. Yeah, that's what it is. Divinity 10. Bam.
Okay.
Bam, bam.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so that's
For runes?
FuXi.
I'm running Dragon's Flight, so it's a 1-drop. Divinity 2, you either search your deck for a dragon and put it in your hand, or you deal damage to a resonator equal to the attack of a dragon you control for 1, which is pretty solid. Then I've got Sand Awakening. It's just a 1 generic, but we play for red, but whatever. Give a resonator +2/+4, or for us, it's going to be 4/8, because it's a fire, for 1 divinity. Then we've got the master rune for him, which I think is like one of the best runes out there for master runes. So it's a quick cast, red and X. So you choose one. Target XJ resonators cannot attack or block until end of turn. Or search your deck for a fire resonator, total cost X, and put it in the field. Quick cast.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Now that you're like
Divinity
naming
2.
these cards and talking about just your Divinity deck, I realize that I've literally never even considered making a FuXi deck. I have no idea what he does other than he does Drgns.
Drgns. And then you've got Flame Dragon.
Flame Dragon.
Flame Dragon Summoning. For 4, you deal 800 damage to J-Res. I keep forgetting about that part.
Yeah, you should.
But it's
remember.
significant. And then
Is it
there's
May? Is it May do?
No,
or
you
have
do.
to?
No, when I keep talking about it, I keep forgetting to say 800 damage. But it's like, because 4 to get any dragon into play is solid. 4 to deal 800 and get something into play is even better. Right? So you pay 4, which is the max cost of any dragon in this deck.
Yeah.
Right? And get anything into play and deal 800 something, which can be buffed. The damage can be buffed by a certain card in the deck. And then you've got Wrath of the Flame God, which you pay a red less for each dragon emblem you control. And 1 red less if you control Genshi Tenson.
Nice, and you actually don't even use all of your Divinity with this.
It's all
deck.
there. It's
Is
2,
it? I thought
4,
it was
6,
9.
7, 8, 9. Oh yeah, it is 9. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't even use it all.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would run instead of.
You
that one
shouldn't freaking. I run that in decks that don't even play red. It's such a good card.
Yeah, it's nice. So that's the rune deck, and then for stones, I've got 7 fire magic stones. 3 of them are just different arts.
And we've got the
then-
beautiful one from Vingolf 4
Yeah,
right
so
there.
I've got the one of that, and then I've got the one of the firestone from the historical deck.
Oh, I thought this was. Oh yeah,
This
okay.
one is the historical one. This one is like I think from the Keurig starter deck.
Okay.
And then just the foil of that, and then those. But anyways, I got 3 Magic Stone of the Hermit. I'm running 3, not 4, because you've got a mana corrector, correct red to blue, only for fire magic stones, and these are sometimes situational kind of thing. Whereas the other ones, I want to see a fire magic stone early. So those are the 10. And then,
Man, this card game has changed so much since we started playing.
oh yeah,
No, it's not like Yu-Gi-Oh levels have changed. Like, you remember when back in the day when we just started trying to play Yu-Gi-Oh again? It's just
oh
like,
god, we
oh
picked
hey,
up
it's
the
the
decks from
classic.
Walmart.
We could even play normal Yu-Gi-Oh, and then we looked at the new Yu-Gi-Oh, and we're like, this shit's like in Portuguese. I don't know what the fuck any of this means.
Yeah, it's insane. But like, I don't know, it's still relatively close. They just got rid of certain things like Chant Standby, Regalia, blah blah blah.
Yeah. I hope Divinity is gone next.
Yeah, it
Like-
was fun, but
I hope it's not like the Energize mechanic, where it's just like, once they came up with it, they're like, well, we're gonna keep this forever.
yeah.
I just hope that it is.
I think it's just going to be this sets thing.
Yeah, because like
So-
the way that it was explained to me was that it was supposed to be a gimmick with the plot of the story.
Yeah.
Or like divinity because we represent our gods or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they never released the plot. So yeah,
Yeah, maybe eventually they will. They're pretty
I
solid.
doubt it. Anyway,
Whatever.
what's next?
Anyways, So there was spots that I didn't know what to put in, so I decided to just put in Sandworm.
I've seen this in a lot of fire deck builds.
They're
on
really
the
good.
Facebook
Turn
page.
1, it's a swiftness 3/4 that can't be attacked,
Nice.
which is not bad. And then, you know, if you got, you know, 1 extra, like say you don't have a 2-drop play, you can always swing Sandworm, and if they block, just buff it with the Sand Awakening, which is pretty nice.
And what does that make it, a 7/10?
Yes. No, 7/8. No, isn't it plus
+4 +6?
plus 4 plus 8?
+4 +8. So
Dang.
even better. Becomes
Yeah.
a 6/12.
Yeah.
7/12.
Yeah, so that's not bad. So 3 of those. Then we've got 3 of the tiny fire and water dragon. So it corrects fire to water. It produces blue. And then if you have a dragon emblem red, it has swiftness. If you have a dragon emblem blue, it has flying. You usually get those at the same time. And then if you have Vermilion, it gets +4/+4, I believe, or is it +3? Yeah, it's +3/+3. So late game, it's a 7/7 flying swiftness.
Yeah.
For 1.
I think they missed a great opportunity to name this card the Tiny Steam Dragon.
That would have been sweet.
That would have been sick.
Yeah. Then we've got 4 of like my favorite resonator. So it's ramp in red. Well, not as efficient as like Isis, but
There's a reptile in my shoe.
basically he's the soul of the deck.
Oh no. His shoe and soul was a blue fire, J Ruler. Oh no.
Get it?
That's so
It
bad.
works on multiple levels. Okay, so with him, he's a 1/3. You can tap him, remove a fire card in your grave from the game, produce red, or tap, pay a red, discard a fire card, deal 600 damage to target J Resonator. Oh no, to target Resonator. Yeah. Still really good. So you can use your red cards in hand as a bolt if you want onto a Resonator, which is sweet.
Yeah.
And again, something can buff that in this deck.
And it's just like it's mana ramp for red, which is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, well, there's another. Isis does it better.
That is not a phrase in my entire life I ever thought I would hear.
Well, with this game you are. So Lady Huang, the Concealed Expression. So she's a 2-drop 6/6. Gains quick cast if I have Dragon Emblem red. Has enter, rest all J Resonators opponent's control as long as you control a Dragon Emblem blue.
Okay, I can see the usefulness of the first one. Like, ideally, they both work well together if you've got both.
Yeah.
But do you ever want to give her quick cast if you don't have the
I
blue?
do. So no, I'm never gonna have one or the other. I'm always gonna have both of them at the same time. I'll show you why. And then if you have Vermilion, it's 4/4 in swiftness. So it becomes 10/10 swiftness.
Nice. And all the shit's tapped, and it came in like...
So the way to get blue and red emblems is play Genshi Tenson. So when he enters, you get a red or a blue, or if you're playing like FuXi, you get both.
Nice. And you're running 3 of those bad boys?
Yep, because I've got the one rune that can tutor it out.
Can you believe that in 3 boxes, so a pre-release kit and 1 box, I only pulled one of those guys?
Wow.
And the only reason I even pulled one is because I got the multicolor god pack.
I got a multicolored god pack, I believe, and I also got 4 boxes.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, so when he enters, you'll get both. And then if any fire source you have will deal plus 400 damage if you have red, and then at the end of your turn you draw a card if you have blue. So all your fire sources are gonna be dealing more damage, and you're gonna be drawing a card at the end of your turn with him out.
Cool.
Because you get both, right? And then the star of the deck until rotation is Ultra Dragon's Shooting Star.
I see what you did there.
Yeah,
It's because he's a dragon.
Yeah, it's a Drgn. So barrier blue-black, which is significant. Flying 10/10. Whenever something gets cheated on your opponent's side without being cast, he deals 2,000 damage to it. It's pretty solid. And then Lord of Vermilion. So if you have red and blue emblem and he enters, you get Vermilion, right? So with that, at the beginning of main phase, both of them, you deal 800 damage to the board. Or with Genshi Tenson out, you deal like 1,200 to the board.
Nice.
Every main phase, yours and theirs.
And you run 3 of those guys?
Yeah, and
Nice.
also he prevents damage from fire sources on your own guys, from stuff you control, right? So that burn is going to be actually a buff on my side.
Cool.
And then a single Neo-Berserk Dragon. Because I've got the 2 runes. I got the one Search for a Dragon and the one Put it into play rune.
Nice, and
Right.
he also works with dealing damage to everything on your field
Yep.
with the Lord of Vermilion.
Yep. So it turns it into buff instead of damaging.
So, like, coming from, like, a plot standpoint, which is kind of hard to say as it is just because we don't have too much actually from the company, but is Lord of Vermilion supposed to be, like, is he FuXi? Like, is FuXi supposed to turn into him kind of like how Sylvia turns into, like, that dragon thing?
I honestly don't know. FuXi's ambitions personified. An unwavering vermilion flame.
Personifies? Could be him.
Yeah, maybe.
Could be him. He could be an anamorph.
Because, like, if you look at... Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, he's got red hair. He's got scaly clothes. Could be.
Yeah.
Honestly, it could be. So I would not be surprised. But yeah, also FuXi's enter goes and gets a dragon into play. So, like, I've got 3 things. I always forget about his flip. 3 things that can tutor in a dragon. Right? So those are the resonators. Right? Now for the chance, I've got 4 Heaven Sundering Dragon Palm.
Hate that card.
I love this card. So it's slightly like New Thunderbolt. Deal 400 to a player, 500 to a resonator, or destroy a dragon, which is pretty sweet. And then we've got 2 high speed. So Remnant gives something swiftness, +2/+2 swiftness actually. Then we've got 2 elixirs fighting spirit. Remnant gives something +400 and first strike. We've got Reunion of Master and Pupil. So look at the
Well, can you, sorry, what? It's Reunion of Master and
Pupil.
Pupil?
Pupil.
Oh, Pupil?
Pupil. So look at the top 5 cards of your deck. You may reveal up to 1 fire chant and up to 1 fire resonator. From among them, put in your hand, the rest on the bottom.
I know that you were originally trying to make all these new decks or updated decks
Like
with
rotation proof?
rotation ready, but like, wouldn't this deck do better with 3 or 4 of that card? Like, that card's amazing.
I
in
only
Fire
really
decks.
have 2, honestly.
You only have 2?
Yeah.
I pulled like a bazillion. You should just ask me.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I only have 2. I could see going 3. I wouldn't go 4.
Yeah,
Because
no, of
it's
course.
paid 2 doesn't really do anything. It puts stuff in your hand. So it's like a later game card.
Well, yeah, but you gotta
Right.
think about it. It's
But-
self-replacing, right?
It is, but it's... In a red deck, you constantly have to be doing something. You constantly have to be attacking and shit. So, like, that 2 could have been playing a resonator. Could have been damage at their face, right? So, because, you know, gotta go fast. So anyways, we got 3 of his other master rune. So for 2, we separate all resonators your opponent's control into 3 piles. Your opponent chooses 1 and banishes the rest.
And I think the card is called the 3 Kingdoms Partition Plan.
It is. And then, the card I added, because of Shooting Star, is 3 Ultra Dragon Flame Sphere. So, as you play this card, you may rest a card named Ultra Dragon Shooting Star, which is why we have 4. If you do, you may play this for free. This deals 1,000 damage to each J Resonator.
Nice.
With Genshi Tenson in, that's 1,400 damage to each J Resonator. And yours will get a buff if Lord of Vermilion's out.
Nice.
So, that's the deck basically.
Cool. Have you had a chance to playtest this bad boy?
Not too much, honestly. Like, I've tested it, or I play tested it, but that's when I had like Shangong Bao and like the Black Spot Tiger and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I've completely
Hashtag
taken
check
that
it out in our thing at the end.
Yeah, there's a video of me and Nova
Yeah.
playing, but like I took out that was thrown in there because I needed filler. But I think because that's also me trying to stay rotation proof, and he had some older stuff in his, so it's kind of uneven. But
Just reached fuck it.
basically, I just said whatever, screw it until November, and then yeah,
And then things are just gonna be chaotic.
basically.
Okay, guys, this was Dayman's updated pre-rotation. That's important. Pre-rotation FuXi deck. I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, watch that versus video. Take it with a grain of salt because it's not this version of the deck, but it is fun to watch. And yeah, we'll see you in the next thingy.
Peace out.
Peace soup.